and he struggles. They had to swap it out because a couple of balls were lost in the sunshine.
Yeah, absolutely. Daytime here at this ballpark, you can get sun in all three fields. Luckily, in the later start time tonight, you're typically only dealing with it in right field, and, you know, that's the home field advantage.
Lenny Jr. Ashby at the plate. Jr., a check swing and a strike. Talked to us about his love for Big Papi during batting practice today. How clutch was that dude?
Probably one of the most clutch hitters of all time.
The 1-1 from Landman. Check swing. Len went. Ball at 2 strikes.
Tell you, this is a big fastball he's attacking with right now.
And you were watching some of the tape on him in the clubhouse earlier, and it's got some juice up at the top of the zone, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's a big body. He's got some reach on it, a little bit of carry. It's playing every bit of 92, 94.
2-2 pitch coming up here to Ashby. Ashby at 319. 3 over the wall, 18 driven in. Len took a collar 0 for 5 with a couple of punch outs on Tuesday in Tucson. He's taking the route here. Nice series in San Jose for Len. Homer to solo, went 4-13, stole 3 bags. He's 5 for 5 on the year in thefts. This is a laser down the right field line with plenty of home run distance, but it hooks foul. We were talking about that. When Len's bat is level, he hits line drive homers like that, and he led the conference back in the early 2020s with 17 of them.
Yeah, he's got a really flat bat path, and when he's dialed in, he does not miss.
Payoff. Hot bouncer at second. Thompson scoops. Throws him out. 2 down. Now the big fella. Gene Trujillo, the first baseman. Gino's rolling again. He's hit in 5 in a row. He's 10 out of his last 20. Went 3 for 5 in Tucson against the Wildcats in the Lobos win over Coach Brown's alma mater. Coach Brown said, yeah, you know, they haven't offered me a job out there anytime along the way, my alma mater, so every time I beat them, feels pretty good.
Yeah, you always like to take care of business when you go back home.
Strike 1 to start Gene. Gene at 414 to lead the club. Couple of homers, 23 driven in. Albuquerque product out of St. Pius and the Albuquerque Baseball Academy. 2-strike offering. Fastball right in there. Trujillo punched out looking. The inning's over. 3 in a row for Landman, and he probably feels like it should have been a 1-2-3. But a fly ball over the moon was lost in the sun in right. The lonely feeling for right fielder Jones as it bounced up against the wall untouched, and Anthony Diaz toured the bases for an inside-the-park home run. 1-0 Lobo.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world. Because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
I could get used to this.
Me too.
Whether it's a staycation, a playcation, or that adventure you've been dreaming about for years, there's something special about making it happen together. When you save with intention, even the smallest moments feel big. At Ducenda Credit Union, we're here to help you create the moments that matter most.
That's Isotopes Park kitty corner here at the corner of University and Avenida Cesar Chavez. Their home opener is against Reno on March 31. So coming up in 11 days, the AAA club for the Colorado Rockies next door. We're live at Lobo Baseball Field, New Mexico, and Abilene Christian into the top of the second inning with the Lobos in front 1-0 on a sun-aided inside-the-park home run for Anthony Diaz. Middle 3 for the Wildcats of ACU, Jones, Ladisaw, and Brzezinski. Right-hander Christian Mogan. 1-2-3 first for Mogan with a punch out with a beautiful breaking ball on the first hitter of the game. 4-pitch mix for Mogan. Fastball, curveball, slider, and change. I thought it was pretty interesting talking with Lobo pitching coach Mike Lopez about the way Mogan's repertoire might play today against a lineup heavy with left-handed hitters and switch hitters. The slider, Mogan fires, misses inside. 2-1. More of a strikeout pitch to right-handed hitters, isn't it? So he thought maybe that the curveball and the change would be a more important pitch in the repertoire for Mogan here today.
Yeah, typically right-handers want to use that bigger breaking ball to attack lefties a little bit, just so you can keep them honest. That slider has a tendency to work into the barrel and kind of into that down and in honey hole for lefties a little too much. The bigger curveball kind of get it below the barrel a little bit, just keep them honest.
Ryan Jones, a 304 hitter, the cleanup man for ACU. Breaking ball hit him on the front leg. So Abilene Christian's first base runner.
Now batting center fielder number 22, Brady Ladisaw.
Always hurt a little less getting hit with 2 strikes. Don't feel those ones quite as bad.
Feel like might have bailed you out a little bit.
Oh, yeah. It's a gift.
Brady Ladisaw, the center fielder and 5-hole hitter now. My goodness. Yes, he caught him on the front knee with a pitch that if Jones was trying to get out of the way of it, he could have, right? I mean, it's just, yeah. But Absolutely. It does look like Mogan's curveball looks really good so far.
Yeah, it's got good action so far. He seems to have a pretty good feel for it.
How about doubling up?
Yeah, 2 in a row right there. Got him right where he wanted him, looking to get that 2 ball.
Ladisaw, 326. Hasn't gone over the wall. He's driven in 7. A couple of doubles, a couple of triples to his credit. My goodness, he is right on top of the plate and wide in that right-hand side. 0-2. 3 in a row.
Yeah, really good pitch there, too. Good chase pitch, not going to hurt you out there. Still ahead in the count, kind of go wherever you want here.
Bust him in with a fastball, maybe?
Yeah, we'll see what kind of feel he's got for that heater if he can get in there.
Fastball indeed. Top of the zone, fouled straight back.
Coach Lopez mentioned out in San Jose that he was doing a good job getting to the top of the zone. Surprising hitters a little bit up there with that little bit of carry he's got on that 4-seamer.
Coach Lopez loved his ability to move the ball around the strike zone with his fastball a week ago.
There's that breaking ball again.
Couldn't hold off. Strikeout number 2 for Mogan. You can bury the 2-strike breaking ball like that. I love what we've seen so far. Early in the count, throwing a first strike. And what about this one right here?
Yeah, just a perfect chase pitch after he got him. You know, that's why you elevate the fastball up there, get hitters sped up a little bit. So then they're trying to get going that little bit early. You get them more likely to chase that pitch out of the zone.
Gavin Brzezowski now. 300 average. 6 for 20 to start the season for Brzezowski. Right-hander Christian Mogan, 6 feet, 180, a redshirt sophomore. Peoria, Arizona, and Centennial High School. This one hit well down the right field line, hooking toward the pole in the corner, and it is foul. Ooh. Close.
Very close. I got a great view of that down the line here, though, and it was just trying to hold on, but just hooked late.
Not much protest from those ACU Wildcats over at first base, and if you felt like maybe it was fair, you think you'd hear from them, right?
Yeah, must have been pretty sure they saw the same thing we did.
One. In the air, shallow left center, Wozleski chasing out, in control. Carson is there, 2 down.
Now batting
So maybe you miss location with a pitch, you get the ball back, you're lucky to get it back. It was a home run, foul, and then you pay off that good fortune and retire him for the second out. Important there for Mogan.
Yeah, and I love that he went right back after him too. No hesitation after the long strike. Just get right back in there, go challenge a bat.
JT Thompson offers it to first, slices it to left. Tough play for Len all the way toward the foul line. It lands untouched on the warning track in foul ground.
I tell you, these hitters aren't wasting a whole lot of time up there. Looking to go attack early on both sides, really.
Part of that is because the pitchers are pounding the strike zone.
Absolutely, and know you're facing a tough customer on the mound on both sides, so you're not trying to wait around a whole lot.
That's pitch number 20 from Mogan. Only 5 of them have been out of the zone. Take that strike to ball ratio all night long.
Absolutely. Try to extend the outing.
Breaking ball up top. Pitching coach Mike Lopez told us 110 to 115 would be the max for Mogan in terms of pitch count here today, and he could easily get there if it's a comfortable 110 or 115. He's stretched out plenty at this point in the year.
You just got to avoid those high-stress pitches. Not all pitches are the same. You get too much traffic on there, those pitches start to get a little more wear and tear on you.
Beautiful backdoor hook there to get to 1 and 2. Runner breaks, swing and a miss, inning over. Mogan punches out Thompson with the cheese. A couple of strikeouts with the breaking ball, and then he finishes off the Wildcats here in the second with the heater. New Mexico 1, Wildcats 0. Bottom 2 coming on the Mountain West Network.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com. Credit Union One free checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world. Because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
Alongside Lobo slugger Jared Mang, my broadcast partner, I'm Robert Portnoy. That is a beautiful view of the Sandia Ridge, the mountains that frame Albuquerque to the east and to the north. Just a gorgeous afternoon and early evening. Chamber of Commerce type day, and maybe a little summer heat on the 20th of March, but we'll take that. No wind. I mean, these conditions are what a ball player wants, right?
Absolutely. The weather's perfect. There's not a lot of wind. Just a nice breeze, probably helping keep them cool out there. Can't ask for much better.
And you said you felt big number 45 there, Brett Landman. The ball was just jumping out of his hand.
Yeah, he's got no short of velo, and he seemed to get a little fired up in that last inning, so see if he can maintain it.
Ball 1 to Karras, Achille Karras, Luke Manzi, Damian Garcia for the Lobos, 5, 6, 7 in the order. First time to face Landman. Lobos 1, Wildcats 0, and an inside the park home run from Anthony Diaz, leading off the home first on a fly ball that landed just shy of the warning track because the right fielder Jones never saw it. The sunlight got him, and you can see he's using his glove right now. He's still fighting it out there, Jared. 1-1 sliced off to the right.
Yeah, it's not a fun feeling out there when that sun starts to set and it's just right on top of you. Just fighting to see the ball out of the hand as much as possible. Hopefully getting good communication from the outfield, letting them know where you're at.
Karras at 300 on the year with a homer and 10 ribbies. Chopper left side, third baseman Arias cuts in front and cuts him down. 4 straight retired by Landman now since the inside the park home run. Karras coming off a 2 for 5 in Tucson against Arizona with a run scored.
Number 26, Luke Manzi.
Tell you, Landman's not messing around up there. He's throwing a lot of fastballs right now.
Left on left here against Luke Manzi, the second baseman. First pitch fastball for a strike. Manzi 2 out of 4 in Tucson Tuesday with an RBI and a couple runs scored. Average sits 273. 3 homers, 13 ribbies.
I think that's the first breaking ball we've seen in about 10 pitches.
Ball and a strike to Luke. Ball 2 to Manzi by my count. Landman has thrown 5 that have missed the zone so far. That's total. He has now thrown 22 pitches total. 6 of them balls.
He's been in attack mode.
6'5", 228. Brett Landman out of Fairview, Texas. Loses Manzi to the free pass. And a base runner with 1 down for the DH, Damian Garcia. Landman is a junior. Attended Lovejoy High School.
28, Damian Garcia.
If you're wondering, Abilene Christian is about 180 miles west of Dallas-Fort Worth, the Metroplex, and maybe 120 miles south and east of Lubbock in the Lone Star State in Abilene. Runner breaks, pitches a ball, throw late at second. Manzi steals it. The Lobos thought that they could get something done in the run game this weekend, didn't they?
They did. Coach Brown mentioned that their teams have had pretty good success running against Abilene, so looking to do it early, and they did.
Lobo's 15th bag in 17 tries this season. That's high efficiency.
Very efficient. I believe teams are now 43 of 53 against the Wildcats.
That's a lot of bags. This is their 22nd game. Two balls and a strike now to Garcia.
Good
Lobo,
cut there.
Yeah, big time. Lobo hitting coach Justin Mitchell said New Mexico needs to take advantage of that. If there's an extra 90 available, whether it be running the bases on a ball in play, whether it be you can get a jump on a guy, we've got to take advantage of that.
Absolutely, and there's such a potent offense, so I think at times you find yourself waiting around for the long ball or the big double, and sometimes you just got to take your 90 when you can.
That looked like 90 plus right there.
Yeah, that was not short on Velo. He's letting it rip right now.
We are in a brand new press box here at Lobo Field, and it is awesome. But we are still waiting for the implementation of TrackMan. And once we get that, oh my gosh. Swing and a miss. More gas. Second strikeout for Landman. He's used the strikeout to get Trujillo and now Garcia.
And just changing height with the fastball.
Number 29,
Could start to get a little tough on hitters right now with the shadows starting to creep in towards the mound.
I was going to ask you about that. No longer are the helmets of the hitters in the sunshine. That means full shade for the hitter, bright sunshine for the pitcher.
Bright sunshine for the pitcher all the way out to the batter's eye. It gets a little tough. Usually the fastball is the least of your worries. You start to have a hard time picking up spin on the breaking ball.
I think that was the cutter.
Yeah, looked like a tight little cutter there. Not a whole lot of break on it. So I don't think it's a slider. It's hard to tell from up here.
The scouter says cutter. Yep. Top out around 83 with that cutter. Heater, hammered right center. This is going to shoot the gap. You bet it is. It'll slam up against the wall. No, it's going over top. That'll get a run. Manzi's in from second. Oppo double for Hurd. 2-0 Lobos.
Really good swing there.
Now batting, center
Go on
fielder
time for your
number
heater.
15,
Don't miss it.
Khalil Walker.
When a hitting coach says that he wants guys to let the ball travel and stay inside it, is that the definition of what Hurd just did right there?
I don't think you could do it a whole lot better than that. You're getting in the oppo gap, letting it get to you, not getting in a hurry. That's how you attack fastballs and also don't get yourself fooled on breaking balls.
9-hole hitter Khalil Walker, two-time defending Mountain West batting champion 9-hole hitter. Strike one to start Khalil.
Probably
Walker, 368. Go ahead.
I'll say probably not often that you're saying that you got your two-time defending batting champ in the 9-hole. I know we mentioned it at the top, but man, what a spoil.
I can't imagine that that's ever been the case in the Mountain West, right? Good breaking ball there. 2 strikes to Walker.
K-Dub guy who can handle the bat, not too afraid to hit with 2 strikes. See if he can make something happen here.
Well, 2 out. Base knock to get another run. This one, right center field alley again. Ladisaw can't get it. That one will bounce off the top of the wall. Hurd is in from second. Gliding to second with an RBI double is K-Dub. Walker has made it 3-0 Lobos.
Right on cue, Rob. Right on cue. Looked like he tried to go back to that breaking ball again, and K-Dub was ready for it.
Number 4, Anthony Diaz.
Now Anthony Diaz, who had the inside the park home run to start the home first, on a fly ball to right. That was lost in the sun by Jones out there. Ryan Jones just never saw it.
And Diaz ready for his fastball last time. Let's see if he tries to mix it up on him a little bit.
This one drilled to right. Jones is there, goes to his knees and make the catch, and that's out number 3. But the Lobos get a pair of 2-out RBI doubles. Hurd and Walker in succession, and New Mexico, after 2 complete, in front 3-0 over Abilene Christian on the Mountain West Network.
At Jiffy Lube, we care about your time. We do quality oil changes with a careful vehicle review.
Great, I'll just catch up on emails.
And we do it fast.
All set. Can't thank you enough.
Jiffy Lube.
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy Emergency. Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and run the game. Gatorade, is it in you?
Lobos 3, Abilene Christian 0. We climb to the top of the 3rd on the Mountain West Network. My broadcast partner, former Lobo slugger Jared Mang. I'm Robert Portnoy. Thanks for joining us once again, Jared. It's great to have you back, and I know you're loving getting down there pregame, getting a chance to chop it up with the guys and get reconnected with some new Lobos, and obviously renew old acquaintances as well. A lot of hugs all around. It's just great to have you around the yard.
Oh, it's great to be here, Rob. The boys have been great, man. It's just nice to be out here, and gosh, it's a beautiful night for baseball.
Absolutely perfect.
Brady Gray.
Christian Mogan back to work to Gray, Arias, and Watkins, 8, 9, and 1. And the Abilene Christian order. Brady Gray is the catcher out of the 8 slot. 231, couple homers, 7 driven in. Ball and a strike to Gray.
Had hitters on both sides real aggressive to this point. Just getting in there, ready to swing. Both pitchers been pounding the zone. I like the aggression.
1-1. Great breaking ball.
That's how you neutralize the aggression right there. Slow them down. Use
Mogan
the
is-
shadows to your advantage.
Yes, and you can see now the mound itself is in the shade, but still, the pitcher's release point, bright sunshine.
Absolutely. As long as there's sun on the batter's eye.
Swing and a miss. Was that the changeup?
I think that was the kick change. First time we've seen it tonight, and a good one.
Beautiful. Tell me about the kick change. Tell the fans about the kick change.
So from the way I understand it, it's almost a spike change. So you're getting like the knuckle fingernail on the seam so that as you're getting to that release, it's not rolling off the fingers. It's almost like kicking off that finger, which I suppose is why they call it the kick change.
Nick Arias, slow bouncer, third base way, gloved by Karras on the charge, pulled Trujillo off the bag, and the runner, Arias, pulls the glove right off the hand of Trujillo. So a one-out base runner. We'll see how that's scored.
Tough play there. Kelly did a good job coming to get it.
Now batting first baseman number 8, Grant Watkins.
Scoring initially infield hit, and there will definitely be a review of the play. Grant Watkins at the plate. Strike one to start him. Breaking ball missed to even the count at a ball and a strike. Watkins, the first strikeout victim of Mogan back in the first, caught him looking with the big curveball to start the ball game on a 1-2 offering. Change up again.
He's got a good feel for the off speed right now, keeping these hitters off balance.
Boy, pitching coach Mike Lopez said, like to see the curve and the change with all the lefties and switch hitters. Check and check so far.
So far, so good, Rob.
1-2. That's a purpose pitch, isn't it?
I would have to imagine he's setting him up for something soft here. Try to get him out front a little bit, get your double play ball, get back in the dugout.
4 tickets punched already from Mogan. A strikeout of Watkins in the first. Got both Ladisaw and Thompson in the second. He's gotten Gray here in the third. 2-2.
Looked like he went back to the changeup there.
Full count. Think Arias will be running over there at first base?
I was just going to say, I'm expecting some action here. They probably want to stay out of the double play ball.
Payoff pitch coming up. Runner at first with 1 out. He bluffs. Swing and a miss on high gas, and probably good he didn't run. He might have run into a double play.
Tell you, sometimes as a hitter, when your runner bluffs like that, you start to get a little antsy and maybe swing at something you weren't looking for.
Number 2, Zach Payne.
Watkins 0 for 2 with a couple of punch outs. Now Zant Payne, who flied to center in the first. Payne only saw 1 pitch. He offered at the first pitch and skied it to center. Mogan's shown what he has now, but Payne hasn't seen it. Does that mean that second time through still kind of advantage Mogan?
I would say so. You know, a lot of guys like to be aggressive, go attack something right away. But, I mean, he showed him the change up there. Still, you know, hasn't seen the breaking ball yet, so got it in his back pocket.
In the dirt, gets away from Hurd. Oh, it hit him. Got a piece of pain.
Looked like it might have got him on the bounce.
Let's see what we got here.
Now
Grazed his knee. Yeah.
14, Diego Cardenas.
Off the bounce, Jared. You're exactly right.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to need the trainer to go out and check on him on that one.
I think you're right. Now Diego Cardenas.
This is not the spot that the Lobos wanted to see Cardenas in. Want to face him without guys on base as much as possible.
Dangerous man. Change up there?
I think that was the breaking ball there. He's got a good feel for it. Get him right back in the count, though.
Ball and a strike to Cardenas. Lead runner, Arias at second. Payne over at first, 2 outs.
I think that was your changeup there.
Dangerous pitch here at 2-1, isn't it?
Absolutely. You want to be careful, but, man, he's been in attack mode. I don't expect much to change.
2-1. Hit in the air down the left field line and slicing, and this one is foul ball. Had home run distance.
They've been playing with fire a little bit on a couple of these foul balls.
Cardenas is a scary looking hitter.
Big, strong dude.
6 feet, 237. A senior at El Paso. A transfer from El Paso Community College. Team best 333 average. Tied for the club lead in home runs with 10. 33 RBIs. 10 clear the next closest Wildcat. 2-2. Fastball up and it's gone full. The runners will get a free start here with 2 down. And an important pitch for Christian Mogan here in the third.
I don't think he's going to give in, though. He's still going to try to make his pitch. Walking him's not the worst thing right now.
There the runners go. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That one absolutely broke off the table. And Mogan strikes out the side in the third. Leaves a man at first and second and escapes without damage. Wow. Mogan. 3 more punch outs in the third to give him 6 in all. 3-0 Lobos after 2.5.
Our mission is clear: to provide direct care programs that tackle alcoholism, drug dependence, and mental health conditions. Together, we're building a safer, healthier community for everyone. Our extensive range of services, including the detox unit, the peer-based living room, and the observation and assessment unit. Our partnership with Duke City Recovery Toolbox is one way Bernalillo County is continually adapting to bridge the gaps in the behavioral health continuum. You are not alone on this journey. Reach out today, and let's build a brighter future together.
I could get used to this.
Me too.
Whether it's a staycation, a playcation, or that adventure you've been dreaming about for years, there's something special about making it happen together. When you save with intention, even the smallest moments feel big. At Ducenda Credit Union, we're here to help you create the moments that matter most.
There's a look at University Stadium across the street here on South Campus. A couple of legends bookending the facing of University Stadium. College football and pro football Hall of Famer Brian Urlacher, listed as a safety, but he did everything. He played offense, he played special teams, he returned kicks. Terrence Mathis, more than a decade in the NFL, College Football Hall of Fame career, one of the best wideouts in the history of the Lobo football program, which, by the way, is coming off a 9-win campaign and a trip to Phoenix and a battle of the wire in the Rate Bowl with the Big Ten Minnesota Golden Gophers. What a season under Coach Eck. to the home third. UNM up 3-0. Wasilewski fouls one back, strike one.
Lobo hitters are staying aggressive.
Aren't going to find a calmer day in Albuquerque on March 20 than this one. Foul tip into the catcher's glove for strike two.
I don't know that we ever played a calm game in
I
March.
was going to say, yeah, the ball's jumping because the wind is just blowing most of the time, right?
Yeah, right now the ball's jumping a little bit because it's hot.
Yes. 0-2. Big bouncer left side. Arias tried to play the short hop. Couldn't squeeze it. We'll see how that one scored. E5. Fielding error.
Now batting, left fielder number 49, Lenny.
I can recall,
Ashby.
I remember you played all the outfield positions. I know you played some second base. Did the Lobos ever have you at third base?
I think I played maybe 2 innings at third base.
Okay.
Our opening series my freshman year. I think I had 2 balls hit to me, and I threw one of them into the dugout, so I went back to the outfield.
Lenny Jr. Ashby at the plate. Ball one to Len. Grounded a second in his first trip. Leadoff base runner. We're in the third home half. Lobos up 3-0. Out hitting the Wildcats 3-1.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Waz try to get a jump here.
There he goes. Breaking ball low. And no throw. You called it, partner.
Really good jump, too. Really good jump. Pick the right pitch. Love when it works out like that.
Dangerous pitch for Landman here at Ashby. Missed badly. I was going to ask you about the play there at third for Arias on that chopper from Wasilewski. You don't have really any time to make a decision over there at third. If he hangs back on that ball, maybe he throws him out, maybe he doesn't. But he decided to come in and try to play the shortstop. 3-0 strike. I guess part of it is recognition of the hitter and his speed, you know, to the best of your ability, right? But how do you make a choice like that? Because it's split second.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's just instinct, and, you know, you make a decision that turns into a do or die play once you come to get it.
This one hit toward right center. It'll drop in front of Ladisaw to third base and holding Wasilewski on the Ashby single. And the Lobos have runners at the corners.
Yeah, but you make that split-second decision, you try to come get it. You know, you're running through a short hop, trying to make a good play. And sometimes you just get eaten up a little bit.
Well, he almost made the play. It was in the glove. He just couldn't squeeze it. And now a stolen base and a line drive base hit later. It's first and third. A rally that started with an E5, and Gene Trujillo bats. Struck out looking on a 2-strike fastball in the first.
I'd imagine they'll come right back at him with the heater here. Big Gene got to look for something he can get elevated.
Double play depth for Abilene Christian with first and third and nobody out. Generous strike there, perhaps.
Yeah, really good take from Gino. Probably not a whole lot doing on that pitch.
Talking with Lobo hitting coach Justin Mitchell, he really felt like when I asked him, give me 3 things. What would you like to see from the Lobo lineup today? He said just one. Just handle the fastball. Just handle the fastball, worry about the rest of it. But felt like if the Lobos handled the fastball today, they would be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, and so far so good. They've come out ready to hit the fastball. They've gotten a lot of them and put Lamon on his heels just a little bit.
Breaking ball up.
And he's getting himself a good lead over there, first base.
We mentioned Lenny Jr. Ashby 5 for 5 in the stolen base column. Stole 3 for 3 against San Jose State in that 3-game Mountain West set last weekend. There he goes. Swing and a foul tip at the plate. You were all over the Lobo base runners over there at first base, Jared.
They've been reading it well so far. Even just the secondary leads, they've been getting a good jump on them. So they seem to be picking up something, and that's something that somebody sees, then you start telling everybody in the dugout, hey, I'm picking this up, he's doing this, what have you, and on down the line.
There's just a little tell, something that is letting them know he's going to the plate.
Yep, and that's all you need. That's all you need with the lefty, just a little help.
Big fella works over toward the third base side of the rubber. Nice take by Trujillo. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a pitcher's pitch, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I like that Gene was moving with it. Like, he's ready to hit there. He's not guessing. He was ready for his fastball. Good take on the breaking ball.
A Pete Rose take.
Absolutely. You're ready to hit until you're not.
Lead runner Waz at third. Waslewski. Ashby over at first. Nobody out. 2-2. Check swing. High gas. Held off. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Trujillo.
Think we get motion out of Ashby again?
I don't think Trujillo's the type of hitter right now that you're running. Just a hunch. A little too much swing and miss. But Gino, obviously, so dangerous. They got him picked off, and you were right, Jared. Now, Ashby hung up between first and second. The lead runner at third, Waslewski, is going to break for the plate. Here comes a throw home. Safe! Waz diving in. The Lobos steal home on the back end as Ashby is tagged out between first and second. The ruling from the base umpire out there, Nolan Early, is that he was out of the baseline. You could see him motion with his hands that Len had left the baseline, and that's why he called him out. So whether the tag was applied or not doesn't matter. How about the timing for Waslewski?
It couldn't have been better. I was just going to say, perfect timing from Waz.
The payoff to Trujillo. Swing and a miss. Trujillo down on strikes for the second time.
Another good heater there from Landon.
Now batting, third baseman number 14, Achille Karras.
Gosh, what location there, right?
Can't do it much better than that. Sometimes as a hitter, you're just beat.
Achille Karras now with 2 outs and empty bags. Little bloop behind second. Oh, what a diving play by Thompson. Leaves his feet over the shoulder. Gem. Serious leather at second base from J.T. Thompson. What about this play, Jared?
He got such a good jump on it. That's what you got to do. Just take off and go. He's not trying to time it up or anything. Just go beat it to the spot. What a play.
Lobos get an unearned run. 3 in the books, 4-0 New Mexico on the Mountain West Network.
Marines are made for this. Made for the calling only warriors can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our nation and a strength that comes from the determination to win together. But you'll have to earn your place among us, because you don't join the Marines. You become one.
Car wreck? Check. Motorcycle wreck? Check. Truck wreck? Check. Bicycle wreck? Check. UFO wreck? What? In a wreck? You need a check. Call Lerner Road today.
Lerner Road can get you more. Call 544-4444.
In a wreck and thinking about dealing with the insurance company yourself? Stop!
People represented by an attorney get more than 3 times the money than those who don't have an attorney.
Lerner Road can get you more. Call 544-4444.
4-0. New Mexico on top of the Wildcats into the 4th. There's the Lobo NCAA Regionals history. Jared Mang is with me former Lobo great. I'm Robert Portnoy. Talk about that a little bit, Mr. Manning.
2016 at Texas Tech. We had Texas Tech on the ropes and just came up a little bit short. But man, what an experience playing in a regional. Just total blast.
You guys dominated DBU in the first day, knocked off Dallas Baptist, and then literally it looked like you had Texas Tech beaten, and you'd been going to the third day of the regional just needing one win in that first game to wrap it up, and ended up Texas Tech comes back and beats you, and then DBU gets this on the final day. But highlight of your Lobo career playing in that regional?
Yeah. I mean, that was unbelievable experience. Just the atmosphere, the crowd, our fans. I mean, just truly incredible.
Two balls and a strike to Ryan Jones. Rip Griffin Park in Lubbock, Texas. That place was on fire.
It was absolutely rocking. And I hate to say it, but especially after they took the lead, I think that's the loudest I've ever played in a stadium.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Place was packed.
I think they brought in extra bleachers to put out in the outfield.
It felt like it. They probably did. And you know what? It was, you could have had a mouse running around in there when you guys had them down.
Yeah, we had that place a little quiet except for our fans. We had a good contingent of Albuquerque people letting us feel the love.
Mogan goes the distance to Ryan Jones, the cleanup man, leading off the fourth for Abilene Christian. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball called strike three on the outside corner, and Mogan punches another ticket. He's fanned the last two in a row. The last four men that he's retired, all by strikeout. He is dealing right now, Jared.
Yeah, Hurd got out of there so fast after the strikeout. I wasn't sure if we were getting the punch out there. Great pitch there.
And I shortchanged him one. The last five men retired on strikeouts. The last one of the second, all three in the third, the first one in the fourth.
He's rolling right now. He's feeling himself.
7 punchies so far for Christian Mogan.
And he's done it with a little bit of everything. Couple on the fastball, got the big breaking ball, the kick change working.
2 strikes to Ladisaw. Ladisaw went down on a check swing on the curveball in the second. So let's see. You're right. He's used everything. By my count, we got 7 punch outs. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them with the breaking ball. Yep. In the air to left center. Ashby on the run. Nice play by Letty.
Covering some ground out there, Lenny. Ball hung up just a little bit, but Lenny had a beat on it the whole way.
I miscounted. 3 on the breaking ball. 1 on the kick change. 3 on the heater. That's the 7 right there.
Pretty good spread right there.
No doubt.
Like to see him getting some of the strikeouts on the fastball too. It's got good carry on it today.
That one just jumped on Brzezowski right there.
Absolutely. And you know, talking to Coach Lopez, the top end velo, the fastball isn't really what gets you. It's that carry that he's got on it, and he moves it around so well.
Ball and a strike. What do they mean when they say 16 to 18 inches of induced vertical break? What is that ride? What is the carry? What's that all about?
The simplest way I like to put it is the ball lies to you. Because it comes out of your hand, you're expecting it to go down on its natural trajectory, and it just kind of holds that plane a little bit longer.
Manzi backs up to the outfield turf, cuts down Brzezowski. 1, 2, 3 for Mogan. He has set down the last 4 in a row, and Mogan is allowed just 1 hit, an infield single. Through 3.5 in the Duke City. Lobos 4, ACU 0. You're watching Lobo Baseball on the Mountain West Network.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes. act with respect, and be officially human.
With the Mountain West app, it's your game, your way. Designed for superfans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
Beautiful day in the Burke. Lobos 4, Abilene Christian 0. Bottom 4 coming up here on the Mountain West Network. 4-4-0 the Lobo line. 0-1-1 the ACU line. Abilene Christian has stranded 3. New Mexico has left 1 aboard. Manzi, Garcia, Hurd to start. Then Walker do 4th if we get there. And that's the bottom 4 in the lineup, and this is where damage was done in the second against the lefty, Brett Landman. Luke Manzi's 1-out walk in the second and steal of second started that rally when the Lobos got 2. Foul ball for strike 1. The Lobos have scored in each of their at-bats against Landman so far. The Sun-aided inside the park home run for Diaz in the first. The leadoff walk and steal paid off on a ground rule double with 2 outs from Caleb Hurd in the second, and then the next batter, Walker, doubled to plate Hurd.
Yeah, that's what you want to do against a good arm like Lamb, is just keep putting pressure on him. Don't let him get comfortable at any point.
Pitch number 53 there. A check swing and a comebacker, gloved by Landman. One down.
Now batting, designated hitter number 28, Damian Garcia.
Damian Garcia struck out swinging on a 2-2 fastball from Landman in the second. 3 strikeouts in all for Landman. Trujillo in the first, Garcia in the second, Trujillo again in the third. Now we got a piece of Garcia.
Tell you, we've had a handful of hit by pitches so far, and nobody's seemingly getting squared up too bad. A lot of glancing blows so far.
Much better for the hitter. That one caught the quad, the left quad.
Damian's a big guy. He'll be all right.
No doubt. Makes sense, right? Big right-handed thump as a DH. Damian Garcia plays first base. His guy, the machine, Albert Pujols.
Gotta love it.
Strike 1 to Caleb Hurd.
The machine didn't exactly lack any leg strength either.
Oh, my God. Tree trunks.
And the way he stood in the box, just trying to show him off, I think.
Stand wide. Didn't stride. He just kind of corkscrewed the front of that left foot. That's all. That was his little trigger.
Just a little trigger and go. When you're that big and strong and quick, you don't need to do a whole lot.
Good Lord. 700 big league homers. That's first ballot Hall of Famer. Now, I will take this to my grave. Garcia chase back on a throw over. There is no reason on planet Earth that Albert Pujols is not a unanimous first ballot Hall of Famer. And if he's not, then whoever doesn't put him on the ballot the first time that he's eligible has some sort of agenda. That's all there is to that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's hard to think of somebody having too big a vendetta against the machine.
Agreed.
Seemingly just as good a guy off the field as he was a player.
Thank you. Keeping Garcia close. fun watching the machine manage the DR and the WBC, wasn't it?
Absolutely, and if that's not a testament to just the person that he is outside of a player, then what is?
2-2 to Hurd. Hurd shot the gap in right center in the second. Bounced off the track over the wall for a 2-out ground rule RBI double.
Not sure Caleb was too pleased with that strike call there. Looked like he turned back and had a question to ask after.
He wants that one for his guy if that was a strike, right?
Absolutely.
Foul tip into the catcher's glove. Fastball by Hurd. Strikeout number 4 for Landman.
And a lot of times that conversation, especially as a catcher, is just, hey, is that as far as we're going to go out there? Just trying to understand, not showing anybody up, but just understanding how far you have to cover out there so you're prepared.
He wants to know what the zone is for his guy, not just for when he's batting, but when he's behind the plate.
Absolutely. Catcher, you're doing double duty, and you've got a good relationship with the umpire. You're talking back and forth all game. My experience, most guys don't mind you asking them a question about the extremes of the zone, where we're at, things of that nature.
Strike 1 to Walker. RBI double for K-Dub with 2 outs in the second to cap that 2-run rally. His knocked in Hurd. Fastball strike. Pretty good looking pitch.
Just about a perfect pitch. Not one you're probably looking to offer at before 2 strikes, but just a perfect pitch.
0-2. Swing and a miss through the fastball by him. Strikeout number 5 for Landman. A hit by pitch and a man left. 4 in the books into Duke City. Lobos on top of the visiting Abilene Christian Wildcats. New Mexico 4, ACU 0. Lobo Baseball on the Mountain West Network.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
Pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
The Lobo Shield logo behind home plate here at Lobo Field. New Mexico with a 4-0 advantage on ACU. So we climb to the top of the 5th. And the story so far is right-hander Christian Mogan. New Mexico starting pitcher backing up a gem in San Jose last weekend with another beauty here tonight. There he is, number 17. What has he done well so far here this evening, Jared?
Man, I'd say just command. He's been commanding all his pitches right now. Doing a good job attacking, getting ahead of hitters, which is making the off-speed that much more effective because he's got hitters behind in the count.
Strike 1. Where was that one?
Yeah, that looked a little generous to me. Looked like maybe missed location a little bit.
0-1 to JT Thompson. Beautiful breaking ball for strike 2. Thompson a strikeout victim on a Mogan fastball at 1-2 back in the second. He's 0 for 1 today. 281 hitter. Fastball hit in the air to center. Walker will track it. 1 down. Mogan's best stretch of the game right now. He's retired 5 straight.
Brady Gray.
Retired the first 3 of the game, hit a man, then set down 4 in a row before giving up his lone hit, an infield hit. Since then, he has one more hit by pitch. He's retired 7 of the last 8. Brady Gray now. Struck out on the Mogan kick change in the 3rd.
One of the few times he's fallen behind tonight.
I was thinking the same thing. How many times have we said 2-0?
Not a lot, man. And, he showed the breaking ball. See if he's got feel for it.
2 balls and a strike. By my count, Jared, 3 3-ball counts today. All of them ended in punchies.
It's not too shabby.
Good pitch, but it missed. 3-1. Coach Brown, high praise for Rick McCarty's bunch, the 8th-year head coach of ACU. He said this is a team that would be top half of the Mountain West. He feels like they're that good. This one hammered, right field, way back, hooking toward the foul pole. This one is gone. Gray goes deep on a 3-1 from Mogan and gets his team on the board. It's 4-1 Albuquerque. The Lobos are on top.
He got a lot of that one, Rob. I'm pretty sure he knew it.
So Gray tours the bases for the 2nd time this year. Check it, his 3rd. Brady Gray's 3rd, RBI number 8.
Not a whole lot of doubt there. But, hey, solo home run. Got to just get back, get ahead.
Nick Arias now had the infield hit in the 3rd. On the throw from the 3rd baseman, Karras, that took Gene Trujillo into the base runner Arias, and Arias took the glove off of Trujillo's hand right as the ball arrived.
Like that Mogan gets right back in the count here. When you give up the homer, kind of a big homer, it's not too hard to get a little scared of contact, but you get right back in there and go attack.
4th home run allowed this season by Mogan.
I think pitching in this yard, you have to understand that homers are going to happen from time to time. You just like it when it's a solo and not a 2 or 3 run.
Just off the plate.
Awfully good pitch there.
2-2 to Arias. Good location with that fastball. One more 2-2. Full count to Arias.
Another good looking pitch there, maybe just a slight miss in location.
The payoff from Mogan. Beautiful breaking ball, foul tip into the catcher's glove, and another punch out from Mogan, his 8th.
That's been his go-to pitch. Really good field of both righty and lefty hitters with that breaking ball.
He's now used the curveball for 4 punch outs. And he's been equal opportunity with the strikeout so far. This is Grant Watkins, big bouncing ball at 2nd for Manzi. Side retired. Mogan, 8 punch outs. The only man he's fanned twice, Watkins, the guy who just grounded to 2nd base.
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim. It's the only thing like it in the world.
It's here. EA Sports College Football 26. Mountain West is in the game. Now it's your turn to call the plays, win the rivalries, own the moment. Your school, your squad, your chance to take the title. It's time to step up and make history with your favorite Mountain West team, where stars are born.
That's why they're called the Sandias right there. The color. Watermelon. Oh, my gosh. Gorgeous.
Doesn't get much better than that.
And never gets old.
No, never.
Sunset in Albuquerque. Nothing like it. Alongside Jared Mang, Robert Portnoy with you. We're live at Lobo Baseball Field. New Mexico 4, Abilene Christian 1, Diaz, Waslewski, and Ashby. Out of the top of the Lobo lineup, 63rd pitch of the night for Brett Landman. Coming to the plate. Swing and a miss. That's got to be the cutter, right?
Yeah, I would think so, just because that's kind of the report, but it looks a little slidery.
Okay. So a slidery cutter.
Yeah. Does he show both?
So the scouter doesn't show slider. He's definitely got the breaking ball. We've seen that, right?
Yeah.
We've seen the curveball. It's one or the other. Yeah. It's either a cutter or a slider, but the scouter says just one pitch that looks like that. Ball at 2 strikes to Diaz. Diaz lined to center in the second. Back in the first, hit the fly ball, lost in the sun by the right fielder Jones. That went for an inside the park home run. 1-2. Way up in the air to left. It's Brzezowski in control, 1 down. Diaz now 1 for 3.
Shortstop number 3. Carlson Waslewski.
It's the fun of being an outfielder, Rob, as the sun is finally down and you start to get a little bit of that twilight sky, and it's just a different kind of challenge out there.
I was going to ask you about the gloaming. Yeah, the twilight in Albuquerque can be absolutely brutal, can't it?
Absolutely. And I tell you, the lights at this yard are really, really good, but there are some that you just can't handle.
This is a bunt hit right here. Waz is going to win this race. That was brilliant. Gorgeous push bunt up the first baseline by Carson Waslewski for his first hit.
Absolutely perfect bunt there, Rob. I like that he didn't rush to get out of the box either. A lot of times you're trying to push or drag, you can get your feet going a little too quick and you don't execute the actual bunt. He took his time, laid down a good one, and perfect execution.
I think you could tell the big man Landman realized he was not going to win that foot race.
Yeah, I think he cut his losses a little bit there.
1 on 1 down for Lenny Jr. Ashby. Covered nicely by the catcher Gray, ball 1. Lenny, single to right center. That was in the third. Ground ball to second, back in the first. He was the one caught in that rundown when he was picked off running from first to second with men at the corners and nobody out in the third, and he stayed in the rundown long enough for Waz to get a jump, and Waz slid in safely at the plate after Ashby was called out for leaving the baseline.
Not surprised by the pickoff attempt there. A couple breaking balls in a row to Lenny, and Lobo's been getting a couple good jumps tonight. Wonder if Landman is about tired of it. tell you, as a hitter right now, and they start picking off like that, I'm really anticipating I'm getting another breaking ball. They're trying real hard to keep that runner close.
There he goes. Called strike at the plate. Head first dive at second, and another stolen base for Wasilewski.
Another well-timed jump from Waz. Got the breaking ball. Lenny let him take it too.
Waz is now 3 for 3 on the year, 2 for 2 in the game. .70 pitches in all now for the left-hander Landman. Fastball and a called strike 3. Ashby caught looking. Like a really good pitch there from Landman.
Yeah, just good sequencing too. Showed the breaking ball a lot early in the count. Came back, just a little freeze heater right there. Really well executed.
Talk about what the sequencing does to a hitter. That's his 6th punch out of the game for Landman.
Yeah, I mean, you just gets you slowed down a little bit. You see breaking ball, breaking ball, breaking ball. It starts to change your timing, change your eyes a little bit, and then that fastball that's already firm looks a little faster.
Trujillo to left in the air. Brzezowski is there, heading over. Bunt hit and a steal and a man left at second. Lobos come up empty, bottom 5. To the top of the 6th, New Mexico 4, and the Wildcats 1 on the Mountain West Network.
Old Trapper Beefs. Pack Smash.
My peanut butter and jelly.
Ew. Oh no. Yeah, I guess my ham and cheese didn't make it.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Now that's a great view. Yep.
Old Trapper Beefs. One upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor.
What about the clear bag?
That shows you exactly what you're getting.
Savory beef.
Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan. I'm their
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Will you sign my bag and my tattoo?
Green got a late break. It was Berger and Red at the line, and I think Berger gets to the tape first in the Chili race. As we work to the top of the 6th. You're looking at Albuquerque, New Mexico. Lobo's on top of Abilene Christian 4-1. Look at that shot.
Rob, is it safe to assume that that's a green chili cheeseburger winning that race down there?
If it's not, I would be shocked. I think
with you.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. Because really, what other kind is there in Albuquerque?
I don't think you're allowed to eat anything else.
I'm with you. Strike 1 as we start the 6th. Christian Mogan with his 75th pitch there. Gorgeous breaking ball. Man, has he been able to drop that in for a strike seemingly whenever he's wanted.
Absolutely. Got really, really good feel for it.
Zant Payne, Diego Cardenas, Ryan Jones, 2-3-4 for ACU. High heater for ball 1.
Got a feeling he might have him set up for another one of those breaking balls right now.
Payne has flied to center and been hit by a pitch. Liner on a hop off the glove of Manzi at second. Trickles into shallow right. That'll be a hit for Payne.
Now batting the DH number.
It's a tough chance for Manzi, isn't it?
Absolutely, because off the bat you think you're going to catch it easily, and then it just kind of nosedives on you. Look like a little top spinner.
Diego Cardenas, the dangerous 3-hole hitter. Ground ball to second, strikeout. 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. Ooh, that fastball jumped on him.
Coming right at him.
.78 pitches, 48 strikes for Mogan. Painting with the fastball right now.
That was a dot right there.
3 hits, 1 run, 8 punch outs, no walks. He's hit 2 batters. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball just exploding on the hitters at the top of the zone. Strikeout number 9 for Mogan.
Now batting right fielder
Good morning,
number 19,
good afternoon,
Ryan
good night.
Jones.
Not even messing around. 3 straight heaters for him.
.50% more than his previous best in punch outs with 9. Little handle shot. It'll squirt into right. Payne to second on a single by Jones. Previous best in punch outs, 6 of them for Mogan. He has fanned 9 already tonight.
Now batting center fielder number 22. Brady
That one below the
Lattisaw.
trademark for sure, but with the runner being held on at first, what can you do?
Not a lot you could do there. Probably couldn't throw it out there any better if you're the Wildcats.
Just the second time in the game that they've had 2 men on in the same frame. And pitching coach Mike Lopez recognizes that. He's going to head out and talk with Christian Mogan.
Yeah, I'd imagine he's just trying to slow him down right now. He's been in cruise control. You know, he got a couple softer hits, if you will, so not like he's getting hit around the ballpark right now. Maybe letting him know this could be the end of the line, time to go empty the tank. Seems that way.
The Lobo bullpen starting to stir. Mogan will continue 81 pitches on the day. Payne at second, Jones at first. Brady Lattisaw at the plate, strikeout and fly ball to left on his card. Ball 1 with the breaking ball. Double play in order.
Lobo's got to make sure of the first out here. You got your center fielder at the plate. Imagine he's a good runner.
1-0. Slice down the right field line. This is trouble. Foul ball.
I've had a handful of foul balls tonight that looked like trouble for a long time.
Tying run at the plate. 2 aboard, 1 away. 1-1. Hit to left center with authority. Way back. This one will bounce off the track, get out of play. Might have saved a run for the Lobos right there. Payne will score. Jones will have to go back to third. It's a ground rule double for Lattisaw and a 4-2 ball game.
Now batting left fielder number 20, Gavin
Ball's pretty well hit. There's an awful lot of space out there too. I think the Lobos are pretty fortunate that bounced over the wall.
So second and third. And it looks like that'll be it for Christian Mogan. The left-hander ready. The Lobos will make the change here. We'll tell you who's coming on When we come back, Cooper Corkery next. We'll tell you all about him after the break. Lobos 4, ACU 2, 6th inning on the Mountain West Network.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
Is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Car wreck? Check. Motorcycle wreck? Check. Truck wreck? Check. Bicycle wreck? Check. UFO wreck? What? In a wreck? You need a check. Call Lerner and Road today.
Roads can get you more. Call 544-4444.
In a wreck and thinking about dealing with the insurance company yourself?
Stop! People represented by an attorney get more than 3 times the money than those who don't have an attorney.
Roads can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Sunset at Albuquerque and a 4-2 ball game. Lobos on top of Abilene Christian, but ACU threatening here in the top of the 6th. The run already in, runners at 2nd and 3rd, 1 down, and New Mexico has made a change on the mound. They've gone to the left-hander, Cooper Corkery. See the 1-0 record, ERA 6.5, 19 strikeouts in 18 innings, really good strikeout to innings pitch ratio. 8 free passes, better than 2-1 there. Corkery takes over for Mogan. And here at 2nd and 3rd with 1 down, and with a lefty heavy lineup, lefties and switch hitters, New Mexico goes to the lefty out of the bullpen, Jared.
Yeah, and Coach Lopez mentioned he's looking for a spot to use Cooper and in a matchup spot against a couple lefties, and this is the spot.
Brzozowski, a left-handed batter. Thompson, a left-handed batter. In succession, out of the 6th and 7th slots in the order. Brzozowski has popped the short, grounded to 2nd, 0 for 2. Lobo infield back everywhere except 3rd. Karras, the 3rd baseman, just a step behind the bag. First pitch up top from Corkery for ball 1.
Looks like the Lobos are comfortable letting them take the run, trading your run for an out.
One-oh. Check swing. 2 balls, no strikes. Corcoran can touch 93 when the fastball is at its best. Three and 0 to Brzozowski. 4-pitch mix. 4-seam fastball, curveball, slider, and kick change for Corkery. Brzozowski walks on 4, and they're loaded up. Now JT Thompson. Strikeout and fly ball to center for him. He's 0 for 2.
JT Thompson.
See if we can get right back in the zone here. Got force everywhere, still got double play in order now. Force some weak contact.
Jones at 3rd, Ladislaw at 2nd, Brzozowski at 1st. Breaking ball up for ball 1. 5 straight out of the zone from Corkery out of the bullpen so far. Right-hander getting ready in the New Mexico pen. Catcher Caleb Hurd will head out and talk with Cooper Corkery.
Good time for a visit here. Go slow your guy down. Game can speed up on you a little bit. This is definitely one of those spots.
6'3", 200 pounds. Corcoran, a junior out of Katy, Texas. Transfer from Galveston College. Two balls, no strikes to Thompson. Corcoran looking to throw a strike. There it is on the outside corner.
That's what you call a successful mound visit right there. Go do your visit, come back, get your strike.
After 6 straight out of the zone, it's now 2 balls and a strike to Thompson. Here it comes. 3-1. Double play in order with 1 out. Loaded bags. Dangerous 3-1 pitch here to Thompson.
Great pitch there.
Perfect location. Looked like Thompson might have been taking.
I think so. I mean, coming in, being a little erratic, you got bases loaded. Don't want to go get yourself out on a pitch you don't love.
Payoff pitch coming. 3-2 on the way. We'll do it again.
Like the challenge there. Go attack it.
Give him your best fastball again, outer third.
I would say so. Probably just trying to split the plate right now.
Another payoff. Got him swinging. Just above the belt, outer third. Great pitch from Corcoran. What a bounce back. And a cap tip to Caleb Bird, the catcher on the mound visit.
Huge pitch right there.
Number 10, Brady Gray.
Now you're 1 pitch away.
So now a switch hitter, Brady Gray. Right-handed against the lefty Corcoran. They're still loaded up, now 2 down. Breaking ball strike. First off speed he's thrown for a strike.
And strike 1, Rob. Gotta get to strike 1.
First time he's done that in 3 hitters. Heater by him.
Just opens everything else up so much, and you can get strike 1. Get the hitter on his heels a little bit. You can do anything you want after that.
Gray went deep in his last trip, took a 3-1 to right for a solo homer in the 5th. 1 out of 2 with a punch out. Corcoran's 0-2. Fouled straight back.
Another good pitch there. Maybe just needed to load the bases up, put a little extra pressure on.
Second and third, 1 out, wasn't enough?
I guess not.
Walks the guy on 4, falls behind Thompson 2-0, strikes him out on a 3-2 fastball. Another time with 2 strikes to Gray. It's on the way. Up top for ball 1.
Like the idea. They're probably a little higher than he would have liked.
No place to put Gray. They're loaded with Wildcats. 1-2 pitch. Hit him. Jones in, Ladisaw to third, Brzezinski to second.
Now batting third baseman number
That's a killer
5,
there,
Nick
Rob.
Arias.
Work hard to come all the way back on Thompson, get him 0-2, just overthrow the breaking ball a tiny bit.
Still loaded now for the 9-hole hitter, Nick Arias, the third baseman. Lobo lead has been trimmed to 4-3. Arias, the infield hit and the strikeout on his card, 1 out of 2. It was once 4-0 Lobos. Cats even at a ball and a strike. That was a pitcher's pitch for sure.
Absolutely. When you're in a pressure situation like this, you always love to get those calls.
1-1.
Looked like an awfully similar pitch there.
Location not far off from the pitch before. 1 a strike, 1 a ball. 2-1 now to Arias.
Really good pitch there. Got some depth on that.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Arias. Already 10 Wildcats have punched out. And we'll go to the distance. The runners Ladisaw at third, Brzezowski at second, Gray at first will take off on the pitch. A payoff coming up with loaded bags and 2 down in the 6th to Nick Arias. Hit on the ground to short. Wasilewski throws him out. 3 are stranded, but they get 2. And after 5.5, ACU has climbed within 1. New Mexico 4, Abilene Christian 3 on the Mountain West Network.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world. Because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
I could get used to this.
Me too.
Whether it's a staycation, a playcation, or that adventure you've been dreaming about for years, there's something special about making it happen together. When you save with intention, even the smallest moments feel big. At Ducenda Credit Union, we're here to help you create the moments that matter most.
Darkness in the Duke City, and look at that moon. Phenomenal. Lobos once had a 4-0 edge. It's now 4-3. New Mexico bats, bottom 6. Karis Manzi Garcia scheduled, 5, 6, 7.
Leading off the bottom of 6 for New Mexico.
Yeah, Landman settled in pretty nicely. He's had a good feel the last couple innings. He's been attacking and really making it tough on the Lobo hitters.
He's retired 8 of the last 10. 4 of those by strikeout. Ball 1 to Achille Karis.
I think the last 2 base runners had hit by pitch and a bunt single. Been a little while since we hit anything on the screws.
Karis chops to short. Payne gloves and throws him out. Outside of those 2 base runners you just talked about, closest the Lobos have come to a hit was Karis at the end of the 3rd when he hit that flare behind second and Thompson laid out, made a tremendous diving catch. Luke Manzi at the plate, a walk, a steal, and a comebacker. 0 for 1 with a run scored.
These middle innings of a ball game can really change the outcome. You want to find a way to answer back here for the Lobos.
75 pitches, 50 strikes for the left-hander Brett Landman.
He settled in really nicely, Rob.
3 balls, no strikes now to Manzi. Manzi, he drew the only walk that Lamman has given up in the second, a 5-pitch walk. 3-1 now to Loop. 2 free base runners given up by Lamman so far. The base on balls and 1 hit by pitch. Full count now to Manzi.
Man, 2 just perfect pitches after falling behind 3-0.
Payoff. Soft to left, coming hard, sliding. Brzezowski can't come up with it. It's off his glove. That'll be a base hit for Manzi. Just a little bit off the end of the bat, right? Made it a very tough play for Brzezowski.
I think it was a similar pitch to the last couple, and not a lot you can do there. Just kind of serve it out there. Pretty good effort out there. That's a tough play. Had to come a long way.
Got a glove on it. Probably feels like he should have caught it.
Yeah, those are tough when that ball's slicing away from you like that.
Strike 1 to Damian Garcia. Garcia has punched out and been hit by a pitch, 0 for 1. 1-on-1 down. Lobos cling to a 4-3 lead, bottom 6. Lob pickoff attempt. Manzi's already stolen 1 bag today, and if he can get a jump, he's going to go again. Wasilewski has stolen a couple. The Lobos have 3 bags. They do have a steal of home, but it's not a steal of home because a man was thrown out between first and second as part of that particular play, so no credit for the stolen base. 2 strikes to Garcia. The 0-2 to Damian. Jams him. He's still alive.
Pretty impressive job fighting that pitch off. No one got way in on his hands. Just doing whatever you can to stay alive. I'll be surprised if he went away from that fastball right now.
Another time at 0-2. Another fastball. Away this time.
Better looking cut there from Garcia, though.
A little bit of a scuffle at the plate of late for Garcia.
I'm not so sure that Lamman's the guy I'd want to be facing if I was scuffling a little bit.
0-2. Missed badly there. A ball at 2 strikes. Last appearance before tonight for Garcia was a week ago. Game 1 Friday at San Jose State. Went 1 out of 5. 3 punch-outs. Just 4 for his last 22 coming into this series with ACU. Excellent take.
Yeah, good swing, good take. See if he can keep it going. Go win it at bat.
Including the strikeout today, Garcia with 10 strikeouts over the last 7 ball games. 2-2. Rocket through the left side. Manzi into second. Maybe that'll get Damian Garcia going. And I was thinking about it before the pitch there. I'd love for you to speak to it. It felt like what we saw in that plate appearance was a lot of good signs from Garcia, right? The take on a tough 2-strike pitch. Looked like he was on the fastball before that and using the big part of the field. Talk about that from a hitter's perspective.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the swings getting better as the at-bat went on. And, you know, when you're going through a bit of a struggle, it feels like you're so far away from your good swing. And sometimes just a good swing on a foul ball, you, like we said, take a really tough pitch and get your confidence back just a little bit, and all of a sudden you're making a really good swing on a 2-strike pitch.
How much is it the way that you feel about how you're seeing pitches? Because it looked to me like he just had better recognition in that at bat. He felt more comfortable at the plate. Maybe it was just starting to manifest itself. Little comebacker, glove by Landman, out at second, relay to first in time. Nice double play turn to end the frame. Hold the thought, Jared. We'll come back for the top of the 7th. Lobos 4, Wildcats 3. Big double play turn, 1 to 4 to 3.
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim. It's the only thing like it in the world.
At Jiffy Lube, we care about your time. We do quality oil changes with a careful vehicle review.
Great, I'll just catch up on emails.
And we do it fast.
All set. Can't thank you enough.
Jiffy Lube.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and run the game. Gatorade, is it in you?
Right-hander Christian Mogan with a career performance. 9 strikeouts in all, Jared Mang. How did he get it done here today? What an outing.
Yeah, I mean, he just had really good feel for all 3 pitches. Fastball command was really good. He was changing location a lot with it, just getting him set up for the breaking ball. He did a really good job mixing speeds all night.
Looked like the fastball had some serious pop to it. And Christian Mogan left the game in the 6th frame for the Lobos. Final book you saw there on the screen, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 9 strikeouts, no walks. He hit a couple of guys, surrendered a solo homer, 84 pitches, 53 strikes for Mogan. ERA stands at 4.5. And a new pitcher now for the New Mexico Lobos, right-hander Taylor Grubb, 6 feet 210, a senior out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Transfer from ECU in Greenville, North Carolina. You can see the numbers there on Grubbs. And again, getting the swing and miss, 10 punch outs in under 10 innings of work.
Yeah, you're not going to balk at that. You want to be able to punch tickets when you're coming out of the pen late in ball games.
Grubbs to start the 7th. Lobos cling to a 4-3 lead. Over the top arm slot. Strike 1 called to Grant Watkins. Right at the top of the zone. Cooper Corkreen, by the way, 2/3 of an inning with a walk and a K. No hits, no runs. Corkreen did hit a batter as well. Got out of that mess, though, allowing just 1 more tally after he came on. Walked a man to load the bags. Hit a man to push across a run, but left him loaded.
It's got to be a good feeling as a pitcher when you can leave him loaded like that. Would have loved to get out of there without that run, but leaving him loaded is a good feeling.
1-2 from Grubbs. That one gets away. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Grant Watkins. Watkins has struck out twice and grounded a second, 0 for 3. Leadoff man with a pop to tie it with 1 swing. 10 long balls in all for Watkins. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Strikeout number 11 for Lobo pitchers. They are ringing up the K's.
Just another perfect 2-strike pitch right there. You freeze the hitter because they're not expecting to be able to do anything with that pitch anyway. You end up taking that pitch just hoping it's going to be a ball.
Tough strikeout trifecta for Watkins. 3 punch outs and an 0 for 4 for the leadoff man. This is Zant Payne, who has singled, been hit by a pitch, and fly to center. 1 for 2, and he scored a run.
Like to see this out of Grubbs. Getting ahead of hitters right now.
1 strike to Payne. One and two, that looked nasty.
Yeah, that's got to be either a changeup or a split coming out of the hand, but that is just dirty.
That's a split. High 70s split for Grubbs. Hit the bat on a check swing. That's a good luck, bad luck scenario right there.
Absolutely. That had to look really fast after that splitter.
Lobo pitching coach Mike Lopez said that Grubbs added the splitter in the Coastal Plains League. Moves down and arm side. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Payne.
Yeah, and he's got that over-the-top action and release points of that split just dying out of the hand.
2-2. Just up top, and the count's going full. Fastball tops around 90. 4-seamer to go with that splitter we talked about. He will cut the fastball sometimes as well. The cutter low 80s and a curveball mid 70s. Payoff. High fastball missed and a 1-out walk. Tying run aboard. We're in the 7th. Now that man again, Cardenas, with a runner on base.
Now batting, designated hitter number 14,
I feel like the Lobos been playing with fire, facing Cardenas with runners on.
He batted empty bases in the first, grounded out. Then he came up with 2 on, 2 down in the 3rd. The starter, Mogan, struck him out with a 3-2 hook. Ball 1 to Cardenas. When he last batted, it was the 6th. That was also against the starter, Christian Mogan. With a runner at first, nobody out, Mogan got him with a 2-strike fastball. The last out that Mogan would record in the game.
Little bluff from the runner out at first there.
Two-0 coming to Cardenas. 3 balls, no strikes. Would you do that at a kind of a crucial moment, just to maybe put something in the back of the mind of the pitcher, even if you have no intent to run?
I personally didn't, because I think you can distract your hitter at times too.
Base on balls puts him at first and second.
A lot of guys like to do the little flinch when the pitcher's set and things of that nature, but I didn't love the bluff just because maybe out of the corner of their eye, the hitter can see you, and you don't want to make him jumpy in the box.
The catcher Hurd out to talk with the right-hander Grubbs. More bullpen activity for the Lobos. That's Ty Cunningham. Grubbs, the 3rd Lobo pitcher of the day. Played up Ruben Candelaria out to break up the mound visit.
Now batting, right fielder number 19, Ryan Jones.
The cleanup man is Ryan Jones. He's been hit by a pitch, struck out looking, and singled on a jam shot to right. He scored a run, 1 for 2. After 4 clean innings, a lot of traffic and a lot of trouble for the Lobos for the 3rd straight plate appearance for these Wildcats.
Yeah, a lot of it's been the free bases too. Getting behind in counts, a couple hit by pitches, handful of walks starting to pile up.
Pair of bases on balls and 2 aboard, 1 away. Where you felt like early in the game it was 0-1, 1-2 all the time. Now the counts are getting away from the Lobos. Nice pitch there.
Just changes the whole dynamic as a hitter when you're ahead in the count. You get to be a little bit more selective. Timing changes a little bit. Most of the time, you're less likely to miss a good pitch when you're in a plus count.
Got that fastball in right there on Jones. Tied him up. 2-2 coming up. Go to the breaking ball. Yep. Missed up top, though.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to throw the split. Just looks to be a little out of rhythm. Can't quite find that release point.
Runner stay put. Payoff missed. Extremely close pitch. Question for you as a hitter. Can a strike zone change relative to the way that a pitcher is working in a game? In other words, Mogan was pounding the zone early on. And it did feel like some borderline pitches were going his way, but he was earning them because he was commanding the strike zone, particularly with his fastball. Even if an umpire has established a strike zone, can it morph a little if a guy comes out of the pen and is struggling to command the ball the same way that the guy that he replaced is?
Absolutely, and you said it perfectly. You start to earn calls at times where you're getting the benefit of the doubt when you're going and attacking the zone all day and you're just pounding strikes, so the umpire gets into a rhythm with you and they start to expect those strikes. So then those borderline pitches, when you've been filling up the zone all day, they start to get a lot easier for umpires to call strikes.
Mike Lopez has made the indication for Ty Cunningham, and the Lobos will make the change on the mound. We'll tell you about Ty on the other side. 4-3 New Mexico. Loaded bags. We're in the 7th, and there's just one out. New Mexico 4, ACU 3 on the Mountain West Network.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
Is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com. Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
The new Lobo pitcher is right-hander Ty Cunningham. Fourth man to toe the rubber today for New Mexico. They're the season numbers. Fabulous strikeout to walk ratio of better than 4-1. Record even at 1-1, ERA 5.87 over 15 and a third innings. He was on that Stopper of the Year midseason watch list a year ago. That award presented by the National College Baseball Writers Association. 10 saves a year ago as the closer for the Lobos, second most in a single season in program history and the most in, well, 40 years, 1985. A setup man here in 2026, Cunningham, and a very good one for Lobo skipper Todd Brown and pitching coach Mike Lopez. Tough spot, though. Loaded bags, one away. This one is smoked by Ladisaw. The left fielder, Ashby, is back. It's over his head and in play for extra bases. Payne has scored. So is Cardenas. Jones will be held at third. Ladisaw. Check it. Looks like they're only going to get one. A tie ball game. They had to hold, and they're only going to get one. It's a tie ball game at 4. I was certain that Cardenas would be able to score, but they had to make sure that Ashby wouldn't make that catch.
Yeah, Ashby had a beat on it for a long time, but there was no doubt in my mind they were getting 2 there.
So it's a single off the wall for Lattisaw, a 4-4 tie. Got ahead of myself there. They're still loaded up. Brzezowski at the plate. In the dirt, gets away from Hurd. Here comes Cardenas. Jones moves up, so does Lattisaw. ACU has its first lead. Two and 0 now to Brzezowski. He's popped to short, grounded to second, walked 0 for 2.
A little surprised to see the Lobos playing back here in the middle.
Here's a strike. New Mexico will give up another run on a ground ball. Three balls in the strike now to Brzezowski. Yeah, even back at third base, Jared, everybody's back.
Yeah, and with the offense getting a little quiet over the last handful of innings, I'm surprised they're not going to try to cut this run down.
3-1. Bouncing ball right side. We'll get a run. Manzi throws him out. Jones is in. Lattisaw to third. RBI for Brzezowski on a 4-3 ground ball.
Good job just taking what they were giving him there. Hit your ground ball, get your RBI, extend the lead a little bit.
Now with 2 outs and a runner at third, JT Thompson. 2 strikeouts surrounding a fly ball to center, 0 for 3. 6 unanswered for ACU. Fastball from Cunningham. And it has been the free base runners, hasn't it? That has been the killer in the 6th and the 7th. It's a rope into the left field corner. That'll get another run. Lattisaw is in. Thompson at second. Opposite field, 2-out double. It's a 4 spot in the 7th and a 7-4 Abilene Christian lead.
And it's been free bases and timely hitting. Wildcats done a good job of capitalizing on the free bases and really making it hurt.
A base on balls and a hit by pitch in the 2-run rally in the 6th inning. 3 walks with 1 out here in the 7th. All of them have been paid off. Now Brady Gray. Strike 1 swinging. Gray has homered. Been hit by a pitch to push across a run and struck out. 1 for 2 with a couple of ribbies. 8th batter of the inning. 4 have scored. A runner at second with 2 down.
Tell you, these Wildcat hitters haven't given a whole lot of ground on any of those breaking balls inside, especially. Those feet are staying firmly planted and not afraid to get hit.
1-1. Good pitch. 1-2. Abilene Christian coming off a home loss on Wednesday to Incarnate Word 9-8 in 11 innings. Punch out for Cunningham, but the damage done.
In the top of the 7th inning, 4 runs.
8 bat, 4 scored, 1 left, 7-4 at stretch time. Abilene Christian on top of the Mountain West Network.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com. Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world. Because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
New pitcher for the Wildcats.
Bottom of the seventh coming up.
Baron Manis.
Lobos down to Abilene Christian 7-4. Abilene Christian makes a change on the mound. Stay away from the nachos. I don't think that would be a good recipe for that pooch. There's the new pitcher, Baron Manis, a left-hander. 6'1", 183, a freshman out of Argyle, Texas, and Argyle High. So they're sticking with the theme, Jared. The left-hander, you can see the numbers. How about 21 punchies and 16 in the third? Big numbers there. A few too many walks, but a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. But they're going lefty on the hill with the lefty-heavy Lobo lineup.
Yeah, and talking with Coach Brown, he had mentioned that they like to go to this lefty sometimes right after Landman just to kind of stay with the same look. And Landman's been he was really good tonight. Held the Lobos down after kind of getting off to a shaky start, but see no reason to go away from a left-hander on the mound.
Landman 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned with 6 Ks, a walk and a hit by pitch over 6 frames, 89 pitches, 59 strikes, and now Manis. Walker, Diaz, and Waslewski. Lobos bat for the first time trailing. It's 7-4. ACU. Ball 1 to Walker. RBI double and a strikeout for K-Dub so far, Khalil Walker. Not quite as firm as the starter Landman. Manis will top out around 90.
He's got a little funk and deception in that delivery, though. Ball seems to be jumping out of his hand a little bit. I think he's hiding it.
Two balls and a strike.
It seems to be kind of tucking it behind him and then kind of shoots out over the top. Got quick arm action.
Curveball and cutter for Madness to go with the fastball.
Awfully close pitch there.
The 3-1 to K-Dub. Rifled into right, second hit for Walker. Leadoff single, good start to the Lobos 7th.
See if K-Dub looks to run. Get a little pressure on these guys right now.
Walker's cooking a little bit. He and Gene Trujillo came in with the longest Lobo hit streaks, 5 games in all coming in. Walker now has a 6-gamer ongoing with his 2 for 3. Trujillo still looking for a knock. Top of the order for Anthony Diaz. Strike 1 to start Diaz. AD had the inside the park home run in the first, lost in the sun by the right fielder Jones. He's lined right and flied to left, 1 for 3. Walker, by the way, 12 for his last 24. That's an even 500 during his 6-game hit streak.
Dennis looks like he got a little bit of a tougher move to read than Landman did. See if K-Dub looks to get a jump over there.
Count evens at 2-2. Diaz might have chased ball 3 there, but it does look like it's difficult to pick up Manis right now.
Yeah, especially first runner on base, you don't have a great look at him yet.
Good take by Diaz.
There's a time to go, Rob. It might be right now.
Let's see if Walker is moving. The Lobos down 3 here in the 7th. Nobody out. He is. Payoff. Ripped it first, and the Lobos hit into a double play. Just brutal luck for New Mexico as Anthony Diaz scorched that ball.
That is just bad luck, Rob. About as hard as Diaz can hit that ball and right into the glove of Watkins at first base. That's a risk you take when you go in motion, though.
And I'm not so sure, even if he isn't running, the way that ball was hit right at him on the secondary lead, he's got a double play anyway.
That's a fair point. That ball was taking him right to the bag anyway. That might have just been the worst possible place to hit it.
And the only reason he's there is because he's holding the runner on.
Yeah, otherwise that's probably a double inside the bag all day.
No doubt. 2 strikes to Waslewski. Waz with a bunt hit, a pair of stolen bases, reached on an E5, and he's flied to right. 1 for 3. Scored a run. Yeah, that's just brutal luck.
That's what makes this game so frustrating, man. You make a great swing, but can't steer it.
Check swing. Did he go? He did. Lobos go down in the 7th. A line out, 3 unassisted double play, and a check swing strikeout to close it out. Did Waz go?
Unfortunately, I think so.
Might have. 7-4 after 7th. ACU in front.
At Jiffy Lube, we care about your time. We do quality oil changes with a careful vehicle review.
Great, I'll just catch up on emails.
And we do it fast.
All set. Can't thank you enough.
Jiffy Lube.
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and run the game. Gatorade, is it in you?
Lobos down to their final 6 offensive outs. We climb top 8. Abilene Christian 7, New Mexico 4. Ty Cunningham still out there for UNM after finishing off the 7th on the hill.
Now for the Wildcats,
Need to keep New Mexico within 3. UNM had a 4-0 advantage tonight. It was behind starter Christian Mogan. The Lobos were in control. Everything changed in the 6th when ACU started to find the range, knocked Mogan out of the game. And Abilene Christian has scored 7 unanswered. 9-hole hitter Nick Arias at the plate. Infield hit, strikeout, and ground ball to short for him. Chopper at third. Tough play behind the bag for Karras. One hop throw at first. Oh, what a play by Achille. How tough is this play, Jared?
It's a tough one here. Anytime you got to give ground like that, that makes that throw just even longer. Did a good job using the turf and showing off the arm a little bit.
That was something. Leadoff man Grant Watkins now. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts.
I'd like to get the fellas back in the dugout as quickly as possible. Getting ready to mount a comeback. You don't want to stand out on defense for too long.
Breaking ball missed away. Ty trying to put him away now. Grant Watkins trying to avoid the 4th punch out. One, two. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Watkins.
See if he goes back to the breaking ball here.
2-2 pitch. Hit hard to right. Diaz right there. 2 down.
Gotta love those as a pitcher. Balls hit hard right on the screws, but we got a guy standing right there.
A little bit like the Lobos' tough luck in the bottom of the 7th. Missile at first. Holding the runner on. Literally head high to the first baseman for a 3 unassisted double play.
And it was Watkins who made the play too. Talk about getting evened out right away.
Okay. Gotta ask this because you just made the point. It evened it out. It does feel like fastball there. Cunningham's fastball getting on Payne in a hurry. 2 strikes. It feels like from the broadcaster's position that those things do even out over time. As a hitter, did you ever feel like it evened out?
As a hitter, of course not. You always feel like you're on the short end of it. But when you're watching the game and seeing it from this perspective, you're like, oh yeah, it does even out. But as a hitter, you always feel like you're getting slided.
1 and 2 to Payne.
Even if somebody showed you a direct stat of, hey, you had this many lineouts, this many weak hits, I still don't think I would have believed them.
1-2. Comebacker, shortstop Wasilewski, diving play, can't make the transfer. It'll be a hit for Payne. Payne's second knock. 2-out base runner for this guy, Diego Gardinas. They've kept him quiet all day. Got to do it one more time. 7-4 ACU. 2 outs, runner at first. 3-hole hitter Diego Cardenas, the DH.
Yeah, really important to keep the Wildcats right here. 3 doesn't feel too bad, but we get to 4 or 5, it starts to get a little tight with only 6 outs to go for the Lobo offense.
High fly ball, right center field with authority. Walker tracking to the wall. Khalil leaves his feet and it is gone. Cardenas unloads with 2 outs in the 8th. A 2-run shot to deep right center over the 413 mark, just to the right of the batter's eye. 9 unanswered runs for Abilene Christian, and they're up 9-4.
Now batting right fielder number 19, Ryan
The Cardenas home run is 11th. RBIs 34 and 35. Both those numbers lead the team.
That's the big boy part of the ballpark, too. Aren't any cheap home runs out in that part of the park.
That was a towering job.
Absolutely. It was in the air for just long enough that I thought maybe K-Dub had a shot at it.
He tracked it all the way. Never gave up on it and left his feet at the wall. Ball and a strike to Ryan Jones. The 1-1. Foul tip.
Got a piece of Caleb there. That doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Second home run allowed by Cunningham this season. It remains a ball and 2 strikes to Ryan Jones. Jam shot, single, base on balls, hit by pitch, and punch out. 1 of 2 for Jones. 2 runs scored. Two and 2. Count goes full to Jones. Two-out walk brings Brady Lattisaw to the plate. Lattisaw with a double and a single in 4 trips. He's driven in a couple and scored 1. And it looks like that's going to be it for Ty Cunningham. A Lobo pitching change. We'll tell you about the New Mexico right-hander coming on when we come back. 9-4. Abilene Christian in the 8th on the Mountain West Network.
Our mission is clear: to provide direct care programs that tackle alcoholism, drug dependence, and mental health conditions. Together, we're building a safer, healthier community for everyone. Our extensive range of services, including the detox unit, the peer-based living room, and the observation and assessment unit. Our partnership with Duke City Recovery Toolbox is one way Bernalillo County is continually adapting to bridge the gaps in the behavioral health continuum. You are not alone on this journey. Reach out today, and let's build a brighter future together.
I could get used to this.
Me too.
Whether it's a staycation, a playcation, or that adventure you've been dreaming about for years, there's something special about making it happen together. When you save with intention, even the smallest moments feel big. At Ducenda Credit Union, we're here to help you create the moments that matter most.
The new right-hander for the Lobos is Josh Barnhouse. Barnhouse takes over for Ty Cunningham, 5th Lobo pitcher of the evening. 13 strikeouts, 3 walks in 10 innings. ERA 6.30, 1-2 record for Barney. One of the leaders of the Lobo pitching staff, Barnhouse. He'll face Brady Lattisaw with a runner at first and 2 down.
Pinch runner number 28 takes over at first, Reese Borho.
Pinch runner for Abilene Christian. Reese Borho over at first base now in place of Jones. One over to Lattisaw, hit in the air, left center, shallow. Walker and Ashby coming to it. The left fielder, Ashby, makes the play. And the inning's over, but two more for Abilene Christian on the two-run homer by Diego Cardenas. A deep one to right center. Bottom 8 coming up. ACU 9, Lobos 4.
Marines are made for this. Made for the calling only warriors can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our nation and a strength that comes from the determination to win together. But you'll have to earn your place among us, because you don't join the Marines. You become one.
Car wreck? Check. Motorcycle wreck? Check. Truck wreck? Check. Bicycle wreck? Check. UFO wreck? What? In a wreck? You need a check. Call Lerner and Road today.
Lerner and Road can get you more. Call 544-4444.
In a wreck and thinking about dealing with the insurance company yourself? Stop!
People represented by an attorney get more than 3 times the money than those who don't have an attorney.
Lerner and Road can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Nine to 4, Abilene Christian on top of the Lobos. We move to the bottom of the 8th. New Mexico needs some base runners. I'm going to call that oversized Lobo ball cap or rally cap. New Mexico needs it desperately here, bottom 8. Meat of the order, 3-4-5. Ashby Trujillo Cara scheduled against the left-hander Baron Manis.
Right where you want to be if you're the Lobos. Got the heart of the order up. Let's get something going.
Ashby 1 for 3, ground out to second and a strikeout, sandwiched around a single to right center. This one smoked to left. Brzezowski is there. Hard luck for Ashby.
Great swing there from Lenny. Not much else you can do.
Now batting, first baseman number 43, Gene Trujillo.
The pinch hitter, Reese Borho, has stayed in the game in right field for ACU. Strike one to Trujillo, trying to keep a 5-game hit streak going. Trujillo 0 for 3 today, couple of strikeouts, fly out to left, looking to get a rally started. Bottom 8, Lobos down 9-4. Close pitch, it's fallen to strike. Gene fooled there, 1-2 the count. Struck him out. Something under the fist there. That's pretty nasty.
I had a feeling he was going to be going back to that breaking ball after he get the early swing on the one before. Just a good pitch.
Two down. 8 strikeouts in all. Karras Drills one. Left center field gap. That'll shoot it. Get all the way to the wall. Achille at second with a 2-out double. Lobo's 9th hit of the day.
That's what we've been looking for, Rob. Getting a runner to second base. Don't need to get all 5 at once,
Now
just one at a
batting,
time.
second
Keep
baseman
passing the
number
bat.
26, Luke Manzi.
Lobo hitting coach Justin Mitchell was talking about the quality of the at-bats the Lobos gave on Tuesday in Tucson when they defeated Arizona. Strike one to Manzi. Said he changed things up a little bit in batting practice while they were on the road. Loosened them up a little bit. Try to take some pressure off the Lobo hitters.
Yeah, and sometimes what you want as a hitter is just switch up the mojo a little bit. And good for coach, kind of seeing that the guys need a little change, and it's nice to see it unlock something, especially on Tuesday night.
Lobos were shut out twice in dropping 2 of 3 in San Jose last weekend. And now Manzi gets hit. Lobos will take the free base runner. That passes the baton to Damian Garcia. And maybe the right guy at the right time for New Mexico now against a left-hander after a really nice at-bat where he hung in there and singled on a 2-2. He looked really good at the plate in his last trip in the 6th.
Yeah, absolutely. Looked like he was getting more and more comfortable as that at-bat went. Now, good time to come through again.
1 for 2 today. Strike one called.
I'll tell you, Rob, Lamon and Manis both been really tough on the lefties today, so good spot to have a right-handed bat, especially with some pop at the plate.
Looks like he landed a breaking ball there for a strike. Pretty good one. Missed up with a fastball, 1-1.
Definitely seems to have a little bite on that breaking ball. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of movement, but it is tight and it is sharp.
And it's firm.
Yeah.
78-81 according to the scouting report on the lefty curveball for Baron Manis. Good looking freshman.
And he's got that short, quick arm slot too, so that fastball seems to be playing up a little bit. He's got some snap and bite on that breaking ball.
Empty bullpen right now. It's his ball game for the moment. 3-1 to Garcia.
Yeah, with the way the Manis came in last inning, he was grooving, get 2 quick outs here, and now the Lobos are making him earn it.
He had faced the minimum until the double by Karras, then the hit by pitch of Manzi. The 3-1 to Garcia. Fouled right back.
Good looking cut there.
Good pitch to hit too.
Good pitch to hit, good cut. Sometimes you just barely miss. Get some runners in motion here. See if Garcia can split a gap.
They'll take off on the 3-2 with 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Foul tipped at the plate. Remember, Garcia came into this series scuffling a bit. 4 for his last 22, 9 Ks. But a really good AB in the 6th inning against the starter, Brett Lamon, who pitched a terrific ball game. A base hit for Garcia in his last trip. 1 for 2 tonight. First and second, 2 down. They'll take off on a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Manis struck him out. The Lobos leave 2. They've now stranded 6. To the 9th we go. Abilene Christian 9, New Mexico 4 on the Mountain West.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
Mountain West app. It's your game, your way. Designed for superfans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
Lobos down to their final 3 offensive outs. After a great start to the ball game, 4-0 New Mexico. Into the 5th, it's been all Abilene Christian. ACU has scored 9 straight. And the Lobos trail by a handful as we go to the top of the 9th.
Yeah, the Wildcats have really dominated the middle and late innings here. Just stole all the momentum and have
now batting center fielder number 27, Braden Regala.
Bunt attempt here by Regala, barehanded by Karras. Throw to first, not in time. So Braden Regala took over in center field in the bottom of the 8th with a beautiful push bunt up the third baseline.
Really good effort from McKilly there too. Made that a super close play. Just a well executed bunt.
Another bunt. It's going to go for another hit. Credit to Thompson. Put it down perfectly.
Another good one in no man's land there.
Now batting catcher number 10.
Force the first baseman to field it. You get him far enough off the bag. Always going to win that race with the second baseman.
And then you put first baseman in a tough position where they got to decide if they got enough time to flip to first base or try to make the tag.
Neither was the case there.
Could we see another?
No. Big swing. Deep right field. Hooking toward the corner. Fair ball. And off the foul pole. A 3-run shot for Brady Gray. And a 12-4 ACU lead.
Well, that's about the antithesis of another bunt right there, Rob. Big swing from Gray, second of the night.
Now batting third baseman number 5.
Both of them straight away left. Both of them big. This one high off the foul pole. And Gray drives in 3 more. He has 5 RBIs in the game. Home runs 3 and 4 for Gray. RBI total swells from 7 to 12.
He's mixed in a couple strikeouts, but you forget about those strikeouts pretty quick when you got 2 homers.
Nick Arias, infield hit in 4 trips at the plate. First home run allowed by Barnhouse this season. Two, right at the second baseman, Manzi. First out of the frame.
Now batting first baseman, number 8, Grant Watkins.
Good job by Barney coming back there, settling back in.
Watkins, tough, 0 for 5 collar, 3 strikeouts. Twelve hits in all now for Abilene Christian. And the leadoff man who's having a terrific season doesn't have one. Everybody else with at least one.
You know, we came in talking about all the thump and damage at the top of the lineup, and outside of Cardenas' homer, it's been a lot of that thump from the bottom.
And Brady Gray has been a big part of that. On the right side of the diamond, the shortstop, Wazleski. On the shift will throw out Watkins.
Now batting shortstop number 2, Zant Payne.
An 0 for 6 out of the top of the order for Watkins. Zant Payne at the plate, 2 hits, a hit by pitch, a walk, and a fly out, 2 for 3 when you add it up. Lobo's down 8. If you're thinking about the New Mexico 9th, Hurd, Walker, Diaz scheduled 8-9-1. Hurd not able to squeeze that. Payne stays alive on the foul tip. (12-12-1). That's the Abilene Christian line. 4-9-0 for New Mexico. ACU is stranded 8. The Lobos have left 6. To right center and down. Diaz cuts it off. 3rd hit of the day for Payne.
Now batting the DH.
Payne has had himself a night.
Diego Cardenas.
He has been a pain out of the 2-hole. He's scored 3 times.
Well played, Rob. Well played.
You teed it up.
I wish I could say I did it on purpose.
Cardenas bats, homered in his last trip. Strike 1 to Diego Cardenas. 2-run shot to right center, probably 420-footer. Struck out twice, grounded out once, walked. 1 for 4, 2 ribbies, 2 scored. Team best 11th homer of the year. Team best 34th and 35th runs driven in. Average at 329 as he stands in there, Cardenas.
Anytime you're driving in more than a run a game, that's awfully good production from the middle of your lineup.
That's absurd. Coach Brown warned us, good ball club. Yeah, they've dropped 7 of 11. Yeah, their record is sub 500, 10-11 on the year, but good ball club. They didn't flinch down 4-0.
Wow, really good pitch there. I think Caleb Hurd thought it was there.
Barnhouse might have gotten squeezed a little bit there. Payoff coming up. Runner at first will roll on The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Barnow struck him out. The inning's over, but 3 more on the big fly. Off the foul pole and right, a Brady Gray 3-run home run after a pair of bunts to lead off the inning. That punch out of Cardenas closes out the top of the ninth. Lobos need 8 to play as we go bottom 9 on the Mountain West Network.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
Is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
We go bottom 9. New Mexico down to its final 3 outs, trailing 12-4 to visiting Abilene Christian. The Lobos will go to their bench. Antonio Gianni will bat as a pinch hitter in place of Caleb Hurd.
Hitter number 9, Antonio Gianni.
You had a nice chat with Gianni earlier today, talking about just sticking with the process, right? Share that with the fans.
Yeah, talked to Antonio a lot before the game, just, about the ebb and flow of playing college baseball, playing baseball period, and just kind of his own understanding of, a lot of what you go through is mental, and just believing that you belong here, knowing you belong here, and the kid's got a ton of talent, ton of ability, just sometimes just got to put it together.
Ball and a strike to Gianni. Pinch hit and stayed in at DH on Tuesday in Tucson. 1 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Two balls and a strike. Gianni 6 out of 27 to start his season. .222 average. Has a homer, 5 ribbies. Home run is lone extra base hit. 2-1. Rocket on the ground past Arias at third, a base hit. Lobos 10th.
Good swing there from Antonio. It's not easy to be a pinch hitter like that. You come in ready to hit, make a good swing.
Pinch hitter number 6, Garrett Reddy.
Garrett Reddy will bat in place of Khalil Walker as a pinch hitter here on the 9th. .286 on the year. 3 homers, 13 ribbies. Strike 1 to Reddy. Didn't play Tuesday in Tucson. Started 2 of the 3 games, appeared in all 3 last weekend in San Jose, went 2 of 8. Drove in a run and scored 1. Foul tip at the plate. I asked him the obvious that at some point I'm sure he's gotten from just about everybody. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's like a balk. Gianni's going to get second base. Are you ready, Garrett? And he said, I'm always ready.
That's a perfect response.
Perfect double meaning, right?
Perfect response.
2-2. Count goes full.
I have to imagine he probably had that a couple times.
No doubt.
And I hate to say it again, but he was ready for it.
And he knocked it out of the park. Two into center. Regala's got it on the track. Johnny will move up 90 feet. Ready, give it a ride. One away.
I'll tell you off the bat for a second, I thought he got it.
Now batting pinch hitter number 20, Lachlan Mott.
Another pitch hitter for the Lobos. It'll be Lachlan Mott. 333 for the year, 2 of 6, appearing in his 7th ball game. Last appeared in both games of a twin bill here, March 7 against Tarleton. Walked a couple of times, went 0 for 1, scored twice. In that double dip. His last hit was here at home against Fordham. Single, drove in a run, scored 1. Went 1 of 2 that day. It was Feb 15. The Canadian from Toronto in the province of Ontario. From NMJC to Albuquerque and UNM. Strokes one down the right field line. This might get in. It does. Mott wants extra bags. Here comes a throw to second base. He'll slide in with an oppo double that drives in Gianni.
Just taking what they give you right there, Rob. Just served it right down the line. Couldn't have thrown it out there any better.
Mott's first extra base hit as a Lobo. Drives in his 2nd run. Russell bats for Wasilewski. Tristan Russell at the plate. Still just 1 down. 12-5 ball game. Lobos trail by 7. And a pause here for Abilene Christian. Things starting to stir in the ACU bullpen. Mound visit. What's coming up? The Lobos have a big weekend here on South Campus. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock affair, New Mexico and Abilene Christian, game 2 of the series. Then, there's no other place to be on Sunday this weekend than South Campus. You've got a high noon series finale between the Lobos and ACU here at Lobo Field. 6 p.m. that same day, Sunday this weekend. Next door, the Lobos host George Washington in the 2nd round of the NIT. The men's basketball team with a rout on Wednesday night in round 1 of visiting Sam Houston to move on. And it is very likely that New Mexico, should it win on Sunday, will host another game in round 3 of the NIT on Tuesday night at the pit. So we hope to see you Sunday for a double dip on South Campus. First pitch to Tristan Russell, ball 1. Russell 303 with a homer and 7 ribbies. Two 2-0 to Russell. 40 pitches in all now for Amanis. Russell played game 2 of a series in San Jose last weekend. 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs. That was Saturday last weekend. Appeared in 2 of those games in San Jose, 0 for 3 overall. Had been really hot before that. 6 out of 10 over a 4-game hit streak. 2-2 now to Russell.
Manis got really good feel for that breaking ball. It is a sharp pitch.
Look at second from Manis. Swing and a miss. Threw it by Russell there for the punch out. Second out of the inning. Lobo's down to their final out.
Now batting, left fielder number 49, Lenny Jr. Ashby.
10 strikeouts in all now for ACU pitching. 6 for the starter, Landman. 4 for the reliever, Manis. Landman will be your winner. Lenny Jr. Ashby trying to keep the Lobos alive. Double checking that is not correct. Manis will be the winner today. He's got a chance to finish it himself.
Steady dose of breaking balls here for Lenny.
Ball and 2 strikes. I had it right the first time, Jared. Threw 6 complete Landman, so they took the lead in the top of the 7th. He was still the pitcher of record. It'll be a win for Landman and a 3-inning save for Manis if it stays the way it is.
Yeah, they've both done a really good job just stifling these Lobo hitters after the first couple innings. Just couldn't quite get any traction.
Lobo's down to their final strike. Breaking stuff inside. Payoff for Ashby coming up. 4-0 UNM. 12 in a row for ACU. Lobos have gotten 1 here, bottom 9. 12-5. Payoff pitch. One more time coming up here to Lenny Jr. Ashby. He has singled, struck out, lined out, grounded out. 1 for 4. 4-0 Lobos into the 5th. Still leading 4-3 to the 7th. And now Ashby gets hit. Gene Trujillo to the plate.
Now batting, first baseman number 43, Gene Trujillo.
A right-hander ready in the bullpen for Abilene Christian if Manis can't finish it off himself. 51 pitches, 29 strikes for Manis. First pitch of Trujillo, ball 1.
Have to imagine either way, this is probably the last hitter for Manis. Either the ball game ends or they take him out with the righty on deck and Karras if Gene can pass a bat.
That's the pitch you've been talking about, right?
Yeah, just breaking balls been really tough. Coming out of that angle, it doesn't seem like the hitters are picking it up real well.
Sharp and late.
Looks very late.
Fastball there, and the Lobos are down to their final strike for a second time. The 1-2 to Trujillo. Breaking ball up, 2-2. Two pitch. Got him swinging, and that's the ball game. A breaking ball to finish it off. Manis saves it for Landman. And Abilene Christian wins it by the final score of 12-5.
Pitchers of record, Landman with the win improves to 1-3. Grubbs moves to 1-1.
Losing pitcher today, Taylor Grubbs. His record will dip to 1-1. The victory for Lamon improves his record to 1-3. The save for Manis, his first of the year.
To continue their weekend series against the Wildcats. On behalf of the University
12 runs, 13 hits, 1 error, 9 stranded for Abilene Christian. 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and 8 left aboard for the Lobos. Jared Meng, I've had a blast again. We're going to be doing it again later this year. I cannot wait. Thanks for being with me tonight.
Thanks for having me, Rob. It was a blast. Wish we could have come out on the other side, but enjoyed your company.
Love being with you, partner. Chase Christensen, our broadcast director and producer tonight. I'm Robert Portnoy. That'll do it for us from Lobo Baseball Field. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. 2 p.m. is the scheduled first pitch. Game 2 of the series with ACU on hand here in Albuquerque. The Lobos and the Wildcats playing 3 in the Duke League, the first ever meeting between the two teams. It is a 2 p.m. first pitch tomorrow, high noon first pitch on Sunday. We'll have all 3 of these games for you live on the Mountain West Network from Lobo Baseball Field. So long for now from Albuquerque and the land of enchantment. Final score for the final time from Lobo Field. Abilene Christian 12, Lobos 5. So long, everybody. You've been watching Lobo Baseball on the Mountain West Network.